Today we will be having the revision, so I'll keep your PDFs ready. A kind request to devotees during the question and answer session. Please don't ask repeated questions or the meanings of the shlokas. You can check it in the YouTube. Please ask only the important questions, doubts you have. So we should not take much time of Guruji. The class timing is from 5:45 to 6:15. So please cooperate and please try to ask only valid questions.
Hari Om. Shuklam Bharadaram Vishnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadhanam Dhyayet Sarva Vignopashante Vyasaya Vishnu Rupaya Vyasa Rupaya Vishnave Namo Vai Brahmanide Vasishtaya Namo Namaha Yasya Smarana Matrena Janma Samsara Bandhanat Vimuchyate Namastasme Vishnave Prabha Vishnave Lakshmi Nata Samarambam Nate Amana Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Sada Shiva Samarambam Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Alaye Sundarakaram Sadaiva Priyadasanam Ajnananashakam Devam Sadgurum Muralidharam Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaya Pateye Namaham Manojavam Maruta Tulya Vegam Jitendriyam Buddhimatam Varishtam Vatatmajam Vanarayutam Mukyam Sri Ramadutam Sirasanamami Pujantam Rama Rameti Maduram Maduraksharam Arukya Kavita Shakam Vande Valmiki Kokilam Om Namo Venkatesaya. My pranams everybody. So let's start from the four slokas that we have learned in the last 2 days. So I need the first volunteer. The volunteer can chant the first sloka Achyutananda Govinda.
Yes, Guruji. Sharada ji, Sharada Damisetti ji.
Om Namo Narayana Guruji.
Om Namo Narayana. Chant this sloka, first sloka Achyutananda Govinda.
Achyutananda Govinda Namo Chacharana Bheshajat Nashyanti Sakala Roga Satyam Satyam Vadamyaham.
It is not Achyutananda, it is Achyutananda. Achyutananda Govinda. Nama Ucharana. So it is Namocharana Beshajat. Beshajat. Nashyanti Sakala Rogaha Satyam Satyam Vadami. That's all. Can you chant once again?
Achyutananda Govinda Namo Chacharana Bheshajat Nashyanti Sakala Roga Satyam Satyam Vadamyaham.
So let me just chant, you repeat quarter by quarter. Achyutananda Govinda.
Achyutananda Govinda.
It's not Achyutananda, it is Achyutananta. Ananta. Achyutananda Govinda.
Achyutananda Govinda.
Correct. Namo Charana Bheshajat.
Namo Charana Beshajat.
It is
Namo
long.
Charana Beshajat.
It's long, dirga. Namo Charana. Cha. No, it is not cha. Namo Charana Beshajat.
Namo Charana Beshajat.
Correct. Say that again.
Namo Charana Beshajat.
Correct. Nashyanti Sakala Rogas.
Nashyanti Sakala Rogas. Nashyanti Sakala Rogat.
Sakala. Nashyanti Sakala Rogas.
Nashyanti Sakala Rogas. Nashyanti Sakala Rogat.
Satyam Satyam Vadamyaham.
Satyam Satyam Vadamyaham. Satyam Satyam Vadamyaham.
Okay, thanks. Next person.
Rupashri ji.
Namo Narayana.
Namo Narayana. So chant the second sloka.
Satyam Satyam Punas Satyam Udhrutya Bhujamuchyate Vedat Shastram Param Nasti Nadaivam Keshavat Param.
Good. Okay.
Namo
Next person.
NVL Kumari ji.
Om Namo Narayana Guruvar.
Om Namo Narayana. Third sloka.
Satyam Satyam Punah Satyam Udhrutya
Next sloka.
Bhujamuchyate.
Next sloka. Sharire Jarjari Bhute.
Sharire Jarjari Bhute Vyadhigraste Kalevare Aushadam Janhavi Toyam Vaidyo Narayano Harihi. Aushadam Janhavi Toyam Vaidyo Narayano Harihi.
Okay, good. Next person.
Om Namo Narayana.
Thank you.
Vandapu Chandrasekharji.
Om Namo Narayana.
Om Namo Narayana.
Alodya sarvasastrani vicharya cha punaha punaha idamekam sunispasnam dhyeyo narayano harihi.
Alokya sarva shastrani.
Alokya sarva sastrani
Vicharya cha punah punaha.
vicharya cha punah punaha vicharya cha punah punaha
Idamekam sunishpannam.
idamekam sunishpannam
Dhyeyo narayano harihi.
dhyeyo narayano harihi.
Okay, thank you. So now the next three slokas all of us know. So I need a volunteer. I'll just chant it, then we can chant the full slokas because I think we know the slokas, all the three slokas. So next volunteer.
Yes, Guruji. Shanti Muthukrishnan-ji.
Namaskaram Guruji.
Namaskaram. Let me chant line by line. Kayena vacha manasendriyairva buddhyatmana va prakrite svabhavat.
Kayena vacha manasendriyairva buddhyatmana va prakrite svabhavat. Kayena vacha manasendriyairva buddhyatmana va prakrite svabhavat.
Karomi yadyat sakalam parasmai narayanaayeti samarpayami.
Karomi yadyat sakalam parasmai narayanaayeti samarpayami. Karomi yadyat sakalam parasmai narayanaayeti samarpayami.
Thank you. So let's look at the broad meaning of this sloka. Of course, this sloka is like, the karma yoga. So when you chant the Vishnu Sahasranamam, you start by saying, see Mahavishnu Prityarte Sahasranama Jape Viniyogaha. So for the pleasure, Prityatam, for the happiness of Mahavishnu, I'm chanting this Vishnu Sahasranama. So all doing it for the sake of Bhagavan only. So that is what the karma yoga is, Karma kimpa. Kritimato, the Ramana Maharshi says, Kritimahodado Patana Karanam Palamashashvatam Gati Nirodhakam Ishwararpitam Nechaya Kritam Chitta Shodakam Muktidayakam. So Karma Yoga beautifully defines things. Ishwararpitam. Whatever action you do, offer it to the Lord. Do the fruits, the action to the Lord. Ishwararpitam Na Ichaya Kritam. Without any selfish desires. Icha means desires, selfish desires. Without any selfish, na ichaya, whatever actions that you do without any selfish desires and do it as an offering to the Bhagavan as such, that what will happen to that? Chitta Shodakam, that will purify our mind. The mind today is full of, dirt, full of vasana, full of desires, full of all the actions that you have done for selfish desires. All these things are getting completely clouded in the mind. So mind is so dirty. So when you do that, Chitta Shodakam, it will purify the mind. Mukti Dayakam, ultimately it leads us to the moksha. That's what Ramana Maharshi says in Upadesha Saram. So we are doing this as an offer. Bhagavan himself says in Gita, he is saying that, yat karoshi, yat yasnosi, kuru madarpanam. That means whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever tapas you do, or whatever, these actions that you do it as an offering to Madarpanam. Mat means me, Arpanam. So offer it to me. That's what Bhagavan says. So this is what we are doing here. We are doing it. Narayanayeti samarpyami. Whatever I do, I am offering it to Sriman Narayan. What are the things? Kayena. The physical body is called as Kayam. So whatever I do through the physical body, Kayena, Vacha. Whatever I say through my words, through the organ of speech, Manasa, through the mind. The three important equipments Bhagavan has given is the physical body, the speech, and the mind. That's what it is. So that's why when you, all the three things must be integrated when whatever actions you do. If all the three are integrated, the action will be successful. So even when you chant the Vishnu Sahasranamam, you physically at least fold your hands or offer something to the Lord like a pushpa or something like that. So you're physically engaging this body. Vacha, you're chanting the name of the Lord. Manasa, you're in the mind, you're thinking about the form of the Lord. So if all the three things are integrated, it will be more effective. So that's what he's saying. Kayena, whatever I do through my physical body, through the organ of speech, through the mind, indriya hiva, all the sense organs, the hand, the eyes, the nose, ears, the tongue, everything. All these things are indriya hiva. Buddhya, the intellect, whatever I think through my intellect, buddhya, atmanava, that means through my ego. Atma in this case is ego. That is what I am doing through my ego also. Atmanava. Prakriti he subhat. Whatever I do, Prakriti means nature, swabhavam. Whatever through my nature. Everybody has got their own nature, So I am different from somebody else because each one has got their own nature, which is determined by their own desires, vasanas, and their own actions, the karmas. So all those things determine one's own nature. So whatever I do through my nature, karomi yadyat, whatever I do, karomi means whatever I'm doing, yadyat, whatever is being done, sakalam, all the things, parasmai means to the ultimate supreme Lord, Narayanaya, parasmai Narayanaya iti samarpaya. So whatever I do through my physical body, through my words, through my thinking, through my, through my intellect, through my nature, all the things, whatever I do, all these things I'm offering to you, my Lord. So that is what is the conclusion. So whatever we do, finally we conclude by saying that everything is ultimately surrendered at your holy feet. That's what it is. First, you start doing this, this karma of whatever you do, even if it's good or bad, you offer it to the Lord. Then you will start realizing over a period of time. Once you start doing that, whenever you offer to the Lord, if there's a rotten fruit or a rotten flower, will you offer it to the Lord? You won't do that, no? Rotten fruit will remove it away. Rotten flower will remove it. You won't offer. You'll offer only good things to Bhagavan. So as you go along, as you progress, then you will realize, oh, I'm offering all my bad actions to the Bhagavan. I should not do that. So that means you will stop doing the bad actions and you start doing only the good actions, and ultimately all the good actions will be offered to the Bhagavan himself. And once that stage happens, you will get the grace of the Bhagavan. And that even initially also you'll get the grace of them. That is why you'll be able to think that I should not offer, even the bad actions, whatever, things that are not as per the dharmic. Still I'm offering to the Lord. I should not do that. So you'll move away from the path of adharma, move into the path of dharma, then ultimately realize your goal. So that is the purpose of this sloka. So finally you conclude by saying that everything, whatever I do, I'm offering it to my Lord. That's what it is. Then the last two slokas are, of course, we all know that it is kshama prarthana. So whatever things that I've made mistakes in all these chantings, etc., please, Lord, forgive me and take it in the right spirit. That's what it is. In fact, in all the various karma, when you do this various yaga, homa karmas, etc., finally, there could be some, some gaps in that, some deficiencies that maybe the material would not have been good, or your pronunciation would not have been good, or there would not be sufficient shraddha while doing this yaga homa. You may be thinking of something else. So in order to, make sure that all these things are taken care of, finally in all this homa you say, sarva prayachitatam Vishnu homam horshyami. So finally you conclude by offering a homam to Lord Vishnu, and with that Bhagavan takes it as if he has completed everything in the proper manner. So that's what Bhagavan says. So Bhagavan ultimately takes it, even if you make mistakes and do this kshama prarthana sincerely. I'm not saying for a moment that you don't have to worry about pronunciation. Please, by all means, take care of the pronunciation. In spite of that, if there are some mistakes that arises, don't worry, Bhagavan will take care of it when you chant these two slokas. So let's chant the 6 and 7 together. I need the next volunteer.
Usha Rani ji. Can unmute, ma'am. Usha Rani ji.
Hari Om.
Hari Om. Yadakshara padabrashtam
यदक्षरपदभ्रष्टं
मात्राहीनं तु यद्भवेत्
मात्राहीनं तु यद्भवेत्
तत्सर्वं क्षम्यतां देव
तत्सर्वं क्षम्यतां देव
नारायण नमोस्तुते.
नारायण नमोस्तुते.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Next
Guruji.
person.
Sheila Rani Bhaskaran ji.
Hari Om Guruji.
Hari Om. Visarga bindu matrani
Visargabindu matrani
padapadaksharaणि च
Padapadaksharaणि च
tat nyunani chatiruktani
न्यूनानि चातिरिक्तानि न्यूनानि चातिरिक्तानि
kshamasva purushottama.
क्षमस्व पुरुषोत्तम क्षमस्व पुरुषोत्तम.
Thank you.
Thank
So
you.
this sloka says yad akshara pada brashtam. Yet that akshara means letters, pada means words, brashtam if there is corruption. So that means you are not said properly. If you are not made correct pronunciation of this, this akshara, that means the words, the letters or the word, pada brashtam, matra hinam. Matra means the time for chanting one akshara. There is, you have the hrisva and dirgha. Tamil kuril middle solro. That is, if you say a, there is one matra. A is two matra. So that is matras. So matra, if there is some mistakes in that matra, that is what you are about to say is hrisva, you say is dirgha, or what you are supposed to say is dirgha, you say is hrisva. That is called as matra hinam. If there is some deficiency in that matra, that is in the time for pronunciation. Yet bhavet, if there is something in that, there is a mistake in pronouncing the akshara. If there is a mistake in this matra, or if there is a mistake in the word that has been pronounced, tat sarvam, all those things, kshamyatam, let all those things be forgiven. Kshamyatam means let they be forgiven. Deva, O Lord, Narayana, Namaste, O Lord Narayana, my salutations to you. So if there are mistakes in the letters, or the words, or in terms of matra, all those things, let them be forgiven. O Lord, my salutations to you. I salute to you. That's what it is. The second sloka again is continuing the same line. Visarga bindu matrani. Visargam. We know that Visargam, Ramaha, that the two dots that you keep is called as Visargam. So if there is a mistake in Visargam, Visarga rules are so complex, sometimes we do make mistakes. So Visarga, bindu means the dot. That means in this previous sloka, Visargana, matra hinam tu yadvad. So in the top of na, there is a dot. Normally it is pronounced as im, matra hinam. But then if it is followed by subsequent, this letter, the im becomes in. For ta, tata, da, dana, the anunasika of that, this ta is in. So matra hinantu, that's what it is. If it is tata, da, da, vargam, it will become in. That's what it is. So like that, we have got to do that. That is what is called as bindu. Matrani, we already saw that the time for pronouncing each akshara, hrisva or dirgha. Pada means the words. Pada means the quarter. Visvam, Vishnur, Vashatkaro, that is one pada. Vishvam is one pada. So pada, aksharani cha. Akshara means all the letters. So all the letters cha. Nyunani. Nyunani means there is a deficiency. There's a shortfall. Atirikta, sometimes we go excess also. Sometimes instead of the hrisva, we say the dirgha. Dirgha also we pronounce, instead of 2 matras, we extend up to 3 matras also. So if there is either a shortfall, deficiency, or if there is an over, that is more than required. That is atiriktani. Chamasva purushottama. So purushottama, O Lord, purushanam uttamaha purushottama. That means all these jivatmas are called as purusha. Purisheteti purusha. One is residing in this body is called as purusha. Purusha is the jivatma. The best among the Purushottama, the Jivatmas, is Bhagavan himself. Oh, Lord Narayana, please forgive me. So this is the meaning of that. So let me just give 2 examples how a slight change in the akshara could totally change the meaning of the meaning of what is being said. There was a person, a sadhu, who was residing in a temple, was doing dhyanam to Bhagavan, etc. One married lady happened to come to the temple. So he happened to see this sadhu sitting there doing dhyanam. So she requested him to come to her house to take bhiksha. So he was a sannyasi, and therefore he came to her house after some time. Then she came, he fed him with all the food and all those things. And therefore after the feast, the lady, prostrated before that one. So normally when married ladies, prostrate before that person, we say, Dirga Sumangali Bhava. Dirga means long. Sumangali means you live with your husband. Sumangali is a person who is living with a woman living with her husband is called Sumangali. So Dirga Sumangali Bhava. So normally you say you live for a long time along with your husband. So that is what is the meaning of this, this blessing. So this man wanted to say that, but the same, because so happy that she has fed him and then gave all these things, and therefore she wanted to think that if he says instead of this Dirga, he thought that he should say a longer. Dirga means long. So you should say a longer period. So he said Dirgha Sumangali Bhava. So he said that. So this lady knew Sanskrit, but of course, the sadhu did not know Sanskrit. So, but he had good intention of saying that, let you live for a long time. So then immediately this lady who knew Sanskrit said, Swamiji, I asked you to bless me, but you are cursing me. He said, no, what curse I did? He said, you said Dirgha Sumangali Bhava. What does it mean? When you split that word, Dirgha Sumangali is Dirgha plus Sumangali. When you split Dirgha Sumangali, it is Dirgha Asumangali Bhava. Asumangali means the opposite of Sumangali. That means may you live for a long period of time without your husband. Exactly opposite meaning of what he wanted to convey. But just one Krisva becoming a Dirgha. Or Puril Nedilana Dirgha and Dirgana, how the meaning changes completely. So that is what is being implied in this. Second one. No, when this Ravana, Kumbhakarna, and then this Vibhishana, they wanted to get a lot of powers, and therefore they did penance on Brahma. So Brahma came before them. So he said, what do you want? So Ravana said, Ravano Manusha Dhanehi Avadyatam Tadanuja. That means Ravana said, I don't want to be other than I should not be killed by anybody other than this Manusha. Manusha I thought was like this ant for him. So do we get killed by ant? So he thought that Manusha will not kill him, and therefore other than the Manusha, I cannot be killed by anybody. That was the boon that he wanted. Brahma said yes. Then Kumbhakarna said, Nirdeva Ichaya Nidram Kumbhakarno Vriniti. So Kumbhakarna wanted to ask Nirdevatvam. Devatvam means the presence of the Devatas. He didn't want the Devatas to exist, and therefore he said he wanted to ask this boon of Nirdevatvam. So immediately if that boon is being asked and then Brahma has to give it, then it's a problem. So therefore Saraswati entered in his tongue and said, instead of asking Nirdevatvam, she just said Nidratva. So Nidratva means sleep. So that means he said Tatastu. So Brahma said Tatastu. Instead of asking Nirdevatam, Nidratvam. How such slight changes in the aksharas make totally different. So then was blessed with that. He was to, Nidra means sleep. So that's why you're sleeping for 6 months in a year. 6 months in a year, and therefore that's how it happens. So how changes in the aksharas can make a complete change in the meanings of them. But in spite of that, having said that, I will tell you another story also, so that you don't feel worried. So tomorrow you should not get a feeling, oh, if that is the the effect of these changes in the akshara, so let me not chant the sloka itself. That is not the purpose. So keep chanting it, and then ultimately if you chant this kshama prarthana, Bhagavan will take it as it is in the right sense. For that I'll give an example. In Guruvayur, people who have gone to Guruvayur will know that if you go in this I think it is South Mada Street, where this Keshavan, the elephant, the huge statue of Keshavan is there. Near that place, you can find Lord Krishna on a tree. That means there will be half of the tree above the tree will be Krishna will be. It's a huge statue will be there. People who have gone to Guruvayur will see that. What does it mean? What is the implication of that? There is a story for that. So in Guruvayur, there was a devotee called Pundana. Pundana was a very innocent devotee, but a very, very great devotee of Guruvayurappa. And in fact, the story is that, he was so innocent that when they bring the Sriveli is that, the procession of this, this Utsav Murti on the temple, every day they bring it. So he said, he couldn't see at the top of that, because it is on the top of an elephant. They bring it on the elephant, huge elephant. So therefore he asked him, how does the Bhagavan look like in that Sriveli? So somebody wanted to, kid with him, and therefore, he looks like a vines. That means he looks like a, this buffalo. So then he imagined himself a buffalo. So such was the innocence of this Pundana. And therefore, when after the Sriveli, the Vigraham was brought from the elephant, when they wanted to enter, people know the Guruvayur have gone to the Guruvayur, the entrance will be very small. The entrance into the Garbhagram will be very small. So when they wanted to take it inside, the Vigraham was not moving inside at all. They were wondering what has happened. At that time, Pundana said, no. This buffalo is there. The buffalo's horns are hitting against that, this entrance. So you just slightly change that, then Bhagavan will get in. So he was able to see Bhagavan as a buffalo. So that means he's such a kind of an innocent but at the same great devotee. So one day he was chanting this Vishnu Sahasranamam. So this sixth sloka is Aprameyo Rishikesho Padmanabho Maraprabhu. So he was doing the Archana. Om Aprameyaya Namaha, Om Rishikeshaya Namaha, Om Padmanabhaya Namaha. Instead of saying this Amara Prabhu, when you split this word Padmanabha plus Amara Prabhu, he said Padmanabhaya Namaha, he said Maraprabhave Namaha, because there is an Avagraha sign, so the A is not visible over there. So he said Maraprabhave Namaha. At that time, Narayana Bhattatri, who composed this Narayana, was also a great devotee of Guruvayurappa. He composed this entire Narayana, 1020 slokas. And he happened to listen to this, what this Pundanam was doing in the temple. He said, what are you doing? He said, I'm doing Archana to the Lord. So don't do that, because you are saying instead of Amara Prabhu, you are saying Mara Prabhu. So that is not right. That is not the correct way of doing it. So he rebuked him, and therefore then immediately this Pundanam stopped it and then went back to his home, thinking that he has made a mistake. That night, Guru Ayappan came in the dream of this Narayana Bhattacharya. He said, why did you stop my devotee from doing the Archana? No, Bhagavan, he was doing wrongly. He said that instead of doing Amara Prabhu, he did Mara Prabhu. Who said that I am not Mara Prabhu? I am also the Lord of Mara. In Tamil, Mara means tree. I am the Lord of the trees also. So that's why you can find in Guru Ayar, Bhagavan said, I am the Lord of the tree, and therefore inside the core of the tree, you can find Lord Guru Ayappan there. So immediately this Narayana Bhattacharya was so amazed at the bhakti of this Pundanam. Next day he came and fell flat at the Pundanam. Pundanam was so much embarrassed. He said, no, you are a great scholar, Pandit, and therefore, why should you fall at my feet? He said, no. Bhagavan came in my dream and said that he was accepting your, this Archana, and therefore such a great person. Then Pundanam was so humble. He said, no. So you are greater person than me, because Bhagavan did not come in my dream, he came in your dream. So that means you are much more blessed than me. So such is the kind of humility of Pundanam. That's why I'm saying, even if you make a mistake, doesn't matter, keep chanting, keep improving. I'm not saying that to stop with that, keep improving your pronunciation, but don't stop that. Whatever you do, Bhagavan accepts it. If you do it in a sincere manner, Bhagavan accepts. He finds a way of rationalizing what you're saying, and then accepts your puja as such. That's the reason. And of course, in the case of the Shrutis and other things, that is when you chant the Vedas, obviously the pronunciation is very much important. If there's a mistake in the pronunciation, then you get Viparita Pala. You get, because the Lord, the Bhagavan, the Devatas are addressed through the words, through the pronunciation. Pronunciation is very important in chanting of Vedas. That's why you learn through your Guru. That's why they are called a Shruti. You can't read from the book. Shruti means you have got to listen. Shruta means, Ramana means to listen to that. So you have got to listen from the Guru. And that's why the Vedic mantras are very important. There is you should not make compromise on pronunciation. But as far as the stotras like Vishnu, Sahasranamam, and other things are concerned, I'm not saying that I'm not diluting the standard of your pronunciation. Please, by all means, learn in proper manner. But even if you make a mistake, doesn't matter. Don't worry about that. And that Bhagavan will take it in the right sense. So having learned these slokas, keep practicing it regularly. Only the practice makes a man perfect. So then only you'll get into the right mode of chanting. So with that, we complete this portion of this, this 7 slokas, starting from Achyutananda Govinda, ending with, the kshama prarthana. So from tomorrow onwards, we'll take up Lakshmi Ashtotra Shata Stotram. That's what we'll talk from tomorrow. So let's go for the ending prayer. And if there are any questions, we can open up for questions.
Lakshmi Subhadraji. Lakshmi Subhadraji, please go for the ending prayer.
Om Namo Narayanaya.
Sri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tattulyam Rama Nama Varanane Sri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tattulyam Rama Nama Varanane Sri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tattulyam Rama Nama Varanane Sri Rama Nama Varanana Om Nama Iti Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Om Namo Narayanaya.
Om Namo Narayana Guruji. Thank you all.
Yes.
Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you,
Yes.
Guruji.
Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you.
Namo Narayana.
Om Namo Narayana Guru Garu.
Om Namo
Narayana Guruji.
Hari Om Guru
Namo Narayana Guru Garu.
Thank you, Guruji.
Now raise the hand.
Namo Narayana
Vijay Kumari.
Namo Narayana.
Om Namo Narayana Guruji.
Om Namo Narayana Guruji.
Vijay Kumari.
Om Namo Vasudevaya.
Yes, Guruji.
Om
Yeah.
Namo Narayana.
Om Namo Narayana Guruji. Thank you, Guruji.
Yeah, so you can be on mute. So there are some people who want to ask questions.
Yes,
Yeah.
Vijay Kumari ma'am, please ask your question.
Yes, Guruji, I am unmuted. Yes, Guruji.
Yeah, tell me, you raised your hand. Any questions?
Jai Shri ma'am.
Yes, Guruji, Om Namo Narayana. You had said for the sixth sloka, like I want to pronounce it, and so that you can kindly correct me if I am wrong, because I felt afraid after what the explanation you told me. Aprameyo Rishikesha Padmanabho Mara Prabhu. Is that okay?
Correct. So when you split the words for the Archana Namavali, Padmanabha Amara Prabhu. That's all. So while doing this Archana, I was saying Padmanabha Yanamaha Amara Prabhave. Instead of Amara Prabhave, he was doing Mara Prabhave. That's what he was doing.
Okay.
While chanting the sloka, it is Mara Prabhu. Padmanabho Mara Prabhu.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Deepa ma'am. Deepa Pingle.
Om Namo Narayana, Guruji. Guruji, the shlokas which we studied in last 3 days, you mentioned like there are 7 shlokas, but in the document I see only 6.
Kayena Vacha is not there.
It might be there, but let me check that. Okay.
Sir, actually that Padaksharani, he has kept it as a single sloka, sir.
I see. Okay.
Kshama prarthana is single.
Kshama prarthana anyway, all of us know, so it doesn't matter even if it is not there.
So that is kept as a single sloka. That is where the probably confusion is there.
Okay, so 2 lines represent 2 shlokas.
Yeah. I mean, all the meaning is same for both the slokas. Maybe that's why they combined the 2 slokas into 1 slokas.
Okay, sir. Understood. Thank you.
Guruji, what is the difference between Nama and Namaha? Nama without Visarg and Namaha with Visarg. Difference between.
Namaha, in certain cases, the Visarga gets dropped. That's why you see in certain cases Nama. But the correct, the Padam, that is the word is Namaha only. Namaha.
We chant it as Sarva Prahana Yudha Om Nama Iti. There, the Visarga is not there.
Visarga is dropped. When it comes to after E, the Visarga, because of the grammar rules, it gets dropped.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Guruji.
Guruji, Om Namo Narayana. Sadashiva Samarambam slogam சொல்றீங்களா? அது என்ன ஸ்லோகம் குருஜி?
அது சங்கராச்சாரியருடைய அந்த குரு பரம்பரைக்கு சதாசிவ சமாரம்பம் சங்கராச்சாரிய மத்தியமம் அஸ்மத் ஆச்சாரிய பரியந்தம் வந்தே குரு. That is, it is starting from Lord Shiva, Sadashiva. He is the starting guru. Sadashiva Samarambam. Shankaracharya is the middle guru. Sadashiva Samarambam. Shankaracharya Madhyamam. Asmadacha, up to my guru. The entire lineage of guru I am saluting, starting from Sadashiva, in between Adi Shankara Bhagavad Padal, and finally my guru. So Sadashiva Samarambam. Shankaracharya Asmadacha Madhyamam. This is what it is.
அது எந்த ஸ்லோகத்துல குருஜி இருக்கு?
இல்ல இதெல்லாம் குரு ஸ்தோத்திரங்கள், அதாவது that is குரு பரம்பரை ஸ்லோகங்கள்னு சொல்லுவா. ஸோ அது வந்து வைஷ்ணவ சித்தாந்தத்துல லக்ஷ்மிநாத சமாரம்பம் நாதயாமன மத்தியமம் அஸ்மத் ஆச்சாரிய பரியந்தாம் வந்தே குரு பரம்பரை. அதாவது லக்ஷ்மிநாதன், ஸ்ரீமன் நாராயண் இஸ் த ஃபர்ஸ்ட் குரு. லக்ஷ்மிநாத சமாரம்பம் நாதயாமன மத்தியமா, இன் பிட்வீன் த நாதயாமுனி, நாத முனிகள்னு ஒரு குரு நடுவில் இருந்தார். யாமுனாச்சாரியன்னு சொல்லக்கூடிய ஆள வந்தார். அவ 2 பேரும் மத்தியம். அஸ்மத் ஆச்சாரிய பரியந்தம், என்னுடைய இப்போ இருக்கிற ஆச்சாரியனுடைய வரில் அந்த என்டையர் குரு பரம்பரைக்கு நமஸ்கார். சரல் குரு பரம்பரை ஸ்தோத்திரம்னு சொல்லுவாங்க.
Guruji, the prayer, this thing is there in the group, but can we have the PDF also of the prayer you are doing, so that we don't make any mistake in the matra and this visarg and all that?
Okay.
That will be nice. Thank you so much.
Harimalam ma'am. Harimalam Arunachalam.
Namaste Guruji.
Namaste.
Om Namo Narayana. Guruji, விஷ்ணு சகஸ்ரநாமம் கத்துக்கும் போது ஒரு PDF எங்களுக்கு கொடுத்தாங்க. அதுல வந்து நம்மளுக்கு ஒவ்வொரு ஸ்லோகா படிச்சா இந்த பலன் இருக்கும் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி போட்டிருந்தாங்க. அதுல வந்து திருமணம் நடக்க, வறுமை நீங்க, அந்த மாதிரி இருக்கும்போது அதுல வந்து மரண பயம் நீங்க, மோட்சம் அடையன்னு இருக்குங்க. அது நம்ம இந்த ஸ்லோகாஸ்ல எவ்வளவு டைம் சொல்லணும்?
10 times. 10 times. All the slokas minimum 10 times.
ஓகே, இப்போ வந்து பாபங்கள் நம்ம ஏதாவது பாவம் நம்மள அறியாம செஞ்சிருக்கோம்னா அதை நான் தினமுமே சத்கதி சத்கிரு சத்தா சத்பூதி சத்பராயணக அந்த ஸ்லோகத்தை தினமுமே சொல்லலாங்களா?
சொல்லலாமே
10 times. ஓகே குருஜி. ஓம் நமோ நாராயண குருஜி.
Nitya ma'am. Guruji, can you please chant ma'am Ramana Maharishi Shloka Guruji? Can you put it in the audio in the group?
Which one? Which slokas?
Guruji, Ramana Maharishi, you had just chanted one shloka.
Yes,
Can you
even
put
I
it
was
in the
watching
audio,
that.
Guruji?
You just Google and find out Upadesha Saram. That is Ramana Maharshi's. I chanted the third sloka of that. So there is about some 20
Upadesha
slokas.
Saram. Okay,
Upadesha
Guruji.
Saram.
Dhanyavad, Guruji.
Namaskaram, Guruji.
Namaskar.
Guruji, when you said that Guru Acharya, so that slokam, right? So is that mandatory that everyone should have an Acharya? How to find an Acharya?
Yeah, it doesn't matter as long as you can. In fact, the Acharya, the Adi Acharya is Sriman Narayana himself. You can take Sriman Narayana to be Acharya and start chanting that sloka. I mean, it says praying to Narayana itself is okay. That's okay.
No, that.
Then, if required, he will send you a guru at an appropriate time, if required.
Okay, because many of the rules and principles in Hindu Dharma we doesn't know. So I heard that we should have an Acharya to guide us to how to worship Lord. So that's why I'm asking whether it is very mandatory that we should have an Acharya and everybody should have an Acharya.
Not necessary, not necessary.
Thank you, Guruji.
Uma Maheshwari ma'am.
Namaskaram, Guruji. What is the meaning of Parasmai? Sakalam Parasmai.
Parasmai means to that Paramatma. Paramatma is Parasmai. The fourth case.
Thank you. அதுக்கப்புறம் இந்த ஒரு ஸ்லோகம் ஒன்னு சொல்றாலே அன்யதா சரணம் நாஸ்தி அது நம்ம சொல்றது இல்லையா?
I mean, each one has got their own way of things. Anyada sharanam nasti tvameva sharanam mama tasmat karunya bhavena raksha raksha janardana. That means this anyada sharanam, that means I am not going to anybody. That means normally in all our philosophies, why do we say that, it is Saivaisam or Vishnu? So it's not hatred towards some other God. But if your focus is on one God, if you have the lens and then focus on it on a single point, then the this cloth or the paper burns. So in order to have that focus, so you choose one particular Ishta Devata, so that it becomes easy for you to do your worship, and instead of spreading your efforts on multiple gods, you focus on one God and keep chanting it. Then possibility of your success is much more greater. That's what it is. So that's why Annada Sharanam Nasti. So I don't have any other recourse. Anyada Sharanam Nasti Tvameva Sharanam Mama. So you are the only refuge of me. Tvameva Sharanam Tasmat Karunya Bhavin. So therefore, along with compassion, Raksha Raksha, whatever God you want to say. Janardana, Raksha Raksha, Maheshwara, Raksha Raksha. So like that, what Raksha Raksha, please protect me, my Lord. That's what. So that is, you're getting focused on one particular deity, Ishta Devata, so that your efforts get, focused on one particular direction.
Okay, thank you.
Sir, what is the meaning of Yad Bhavet, sir?
Huh?
Yad Bhavet. Yad Bhavet.
Yat Bhavet, if it happens. Yat Bhavet, if it happens.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Guruji,
If
Ramana
that is the
Maharishi
case,
sloka,
we
can you
have
just
so
recite
many
it once more?
festivals relative to different gods throughout the year. So, should we worship all of them or only Vishnu Bhagwan?
It will evolve over a period of time. So, I'm not saying that from tomorrow on change it to one particular god, but my point is, as long as your focus is on one particular deity, one mantra, one particular deity, then it becomes easy to focus because your time will be more focused on that particular one, and therefore once there is a focus on that, the results will be much more faster. That's all my point is. So it is not to develop hatred to different gods. My God is greater, your God is greater. Ultimately, it is only same Parabrahman is manifesting through different gods. That's what it is.
Guruji,
It's like a gold manifesting through different jewelry. One may be a waistband, one may be a earring, but all are gold only. So it is the same Paramatma manifesting through Shakti or Parameshwara or Vishnu or Ganapati or whatever it is. So as long as you have the love for that Lord, Ishta Devata, then it becomes easy for you to focus on that particular deity and do your puja, and therefore ultimately you can be more effective.
Namaste, Guruji.
Okay, thank you, Guruji.
Guruji, can you once kindly recite the Ramana Maharishi sloka once? I've got the book before me.
Which one?
Updeshar, that sloka. Can you just recite it once more?
I think, look at the third sloka. What is the third sloka?
Ishwararpitam
that is what I
nechya.
said. That's what it is. Ishwararpitam nechya kritam chitta shodakam muktidayakam. That's what it is.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much.
So that means all actions offered to the Lord. Ishvara arpitam na ichaya kritam. Without any selfish desires. Actions that are done without any selfish desires. Chitta means mind. Shodakam means it is purifying the mind. Chitta shodakam mukti. Ultimately, it will give you mukti. That is the meaning of this book.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Guruji, we can take two more questions and close, Guruji. Guruji, can we take two more questions and close?
Yeah. Sure.
Time. Kala ma'am. Mridubhashini ma'am.
What is the combined name of these 7 slokas? Say, reader name of these 7 slokas.
Not that I am aware of. They are all taken
Super ma'am.
from different texts.
Guruji, what the meaning is Pada Padaksharanica? Pada Padaksharanica.
Pada akshara. Pada means word. Padam. Pada means quarter. Quarter is Vishvam, Vishnu, Vashatkaro. That is 1 quarter. Pada means 1 quarter. Akshara means letters. Pada aksharanica.
Namaste ji.
Sir. అది నిన్న మొన్న చెప్పిన శ్లోకాస్ అవి ఆపదోద్ధారక స్తోత్రంలో అయ్యాయి సార్ అవి సార్ ఎక్స్క్యూజ్ మీ నిన్న మొన్న చెప్పిన శ్లోకాలు అవి రామ ఆపదోద్ధారక స్తోత్రంలో అయ్యాయి సార్ ఎక్స్ట్రా శ్లోకాస్ సార్ లేకపోతే అవి
ఎక్స్ట్రా శ్లోకాస్ అండి ఇవి ఎక్స్ట్రా శ్లోకాస్
స్తోత్రంలోనే ఉన్నాయండి.
ఆపదుద్ధారక స్తోత్రం కాదు ఇది
extra slokas.
Namaskaram Guruji. Could you help me with one example where Narayana gave moksha to the person who hated him at the earlier stages without awareness? He scolded gods and he didn't worship, and yet Narayana granted moksha for such person either?
One example is Shishupala. Have you heard the story of Shishupala and Krishna Avatara? Shishupala is the cousin of Krishna Paramatma. Like Arjuna was the son of one of his aunts. Another aunt's son was Shishupala. At the time of birth, there was an Ashariri which said that he is going to be killed by Krishna. So immediately his aunt came and said, no, Krishna, you should not kill him. Krishna said, the destiny is like that, what can I do? But I can give you one concession. He said, if he abuses me more than 100 times at a time, not cumulative. Today he abuses me 10 times, tomorrow 10 times, that means 10 plus 10, 20 will not be counted. So his mother said, if at a point of time, if he abuses more than 100 times, then you are entitled to kill him. That's what he said. So Shishupala was abusing Krishna left, right, and center. He was totally against Krishna, although he's his own, uncle's son. So when this Yudhishthira performed this, yaga, he invited, all the people for that, including Krishna, and then Shishupala was also invited because he's also his relative. He was also a king of a Chedi land. So therefore he was invited. So at that time, and before they start the yajna, so they are supposed to perform Agra Puja. Agra Puja is the worship of the most worthy person on the entire Sabha. So then Bhishma Pitamar said, let ask Nakula who should be done. No, the Yudhishthira asked who should be done, asked this Sahadeva. Sahadeva said, yes, it is. Who is very the question? It is only Krishna. He is the ultimate supreme God. Then Bhishma Pitamar also endorsed this, and then Agra Puja was done to Krishna. At that time, this Shishupala rose from his seat in this Sabha. He said, who on this earth will, do this Agra Puja to Krishna? He is such a man. He is a cowherd boy. He is running. He is a playful fellow. He is a womanizer. He has married so many people, etc., etc. He started abusing him. Krishna was counting one by one. When the 100th thing was over, then Krishna invoked his Sudarsana Chakra and sent the Sudarsana Chakra to cut off the head of this Shishupala. So then this Shishupala, when it cut off his head, the Jivatma from this Shishupala came and merged with Krishna Paramatma, the Paramatma. So Yudhishthira was completely, taken aback. He said, how come this guy who has been insulting left, right, and center ever since his birth, all these things, how did he get merged into this, the Jivatma got merged into Paramatma? That was the question he asked. So he asked Narada subsequently. Narada explained saying that although he was abusing, he was practicing what is called as Vairi Bhakti. Vairi means enemy. So that means although he was insulting Krishna, always he was thinking about Krishna, 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 Krishna in his mind. Because he was insulting Krishna all the time, but the mind was always focused on Krishna, and therefore mind got completely purified because of the thought of Krishna in him, and therefore his mind was purified, and therefore it was eligible to get into, this Krishna's Sayujyam. So that is what he said. So, of course, not that we can, all people cannot practice this Vairi Bhakti. It's only some people who have got. Similarly, Kamsa was always worried about Krishna, 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 and finally when he was killed, he also attained moksha with Krishna. That's what it is. So like that. So even Bhagavan
Guruji, in this context, I find one thing very strange, that in the story of Ajamil, he only recited once Narayan, Narayan, once or twice, whatever, and they still God took him to his abode, or for that matter, Raman, because he was always worried. I think again the same thing what you are saying. He always had Krishna in the mind that he will kill me, Ram Bhagwan will kill me. So, even saying once or twice, still they got moksha. And like we people are reciting every day, Vishnu says now.
Actually, in Ajamila case, he didn't get moksha. If you read Bhagavatam clearly, he had heard the conversation, but his life was extended because you're supposed to be, his life was to be taken at that point of time. But because of the, this Bhagavan's grace, the life was extended. Then he goes to Haridwar, practices Bhagavan Nama Bhakti, and ultimately reaches the abode of Bhagavan. That's what it is.
Guruji, but these were all the examples in Kali Yuga or during the times of Krishna or Rama. But could you quote any example in Kali Yuga where, even being an atheist, after a few days with his awareness, a person got moksha?
Kali Yuga, Bhagavan's avatar is yet to take place, so we cannot give examples. It's only Kali Yuga is going to come only as, this...
Kalki.
Guruji?
Kalki. But then we have so many examples of so many acharyas who have been, when they chant the name of Rama, they were able to revive the people. You have this in Bhadrachalam, Ramadasa. So his son got immersed into the water, and he died. Then immediately what happened? So therefore, then by chanting the name of the Ramanama, he was revived back into life. So there are so many examples in this Kali Yuga also by several people getting revived by chanting the name of the Lord, etc. So all those things are there also.
Thank you.
The
word should be said a bit loudly or within mentally, which is better way to achieve your target. One should repeat the word Ram, 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 Ram loudly or mentally, which is a better way to achieve your target, moksha.
Best is to attend mentally, but then the problem is once you go to mentally, the chances of you getting into sleep is much more. At least when you chant through the mouth, you will be awake. So that's what is the advantage of chanting.
We can do mix of both.
Second advantage chanting aloud through your lips is the people around you also can listen to that, and they also get benefit of listening to the Bhagavan now. That's also there.
Guruji, or even a mix of both, because one gets tired saying loud.
True. Yes, you can practice both.
And is it necessary to take the mala in the hand?
Jayashree ma'am, please give chance for others, ma'am. Jayashree ma'am,
ma'am, it will help everyone, ma'am. Ma'am, they are so valid questions.
Okay. You have to respect Guruji's time also.
Yes.
Guruji, can we close because it's already 2:35.
So only one thing, Guruji, mala should be in the hand, or without the mala also it can be done.
You have the mala in the hand also okay, but it doesn't have the mala is also okay. So these are
okay. Thank you so
the
much.
mala in the hand, you are engaging your body also. Kayena vacha manasa. If you don't have also, it's not a problem.
Thank you so much.
Guruji, Sloka's name, please. Command Sloka. Is this Sloka today's, yesterday's Sloka's name, please?
There is no name as such. We start with Achyutananda Govind. That's what we say. So there is no name for this group of this Slokas as such.
Guruji, tomorrow we are going to start na Shri Lakshmi Stotram.
Yes.
The order will remain the same as per the PDF.
Yes.
It will remain the same.
I wanted to know what is the difference between
Guruji.
Paramatma, Vishnu and Krishna. Are they all one and the same?
All are same. Vishnu, Narayana, Krishna, all are same.
You said Paramatma manifests himself as Vishnu. So, is Vishnu not the epitome? Is he not the one? Is there any difference?
Same. Vishnu, Krishna, Narayana, all are one and the same.
Namaste, Guruji.
Paramatma means Vishnu.
He
Right?
reigns
Paramatma means ultimate Atma, Paramatma, the supreme God. He is called as Paramatma.
ఈ శ్లోకాస్ అంతా అయిన తర్వాత
Pardon?
There is no one above Vishnu.
Yes.
He himself is the
Bhagavan
Paramatma.
says, Matta Parataram Nanyati Kinchidasti. Bhagavan says in Gita, there is nobody above me. Bhagavan says, Krishna himself says in Gita. And also Veda says Narayana Parabrahma Tattvam. Narayana is Parabrahma. Tattvam Narayana Para.
Thank you, Guruji. Guruji, shall we end the session for today, Guruji?
Sure.
Yeah, thank you, Guruji. Thank you, devotees, for joining. We will meet tomorrow. Thank you, Guruji.
Dhanyavad. Thank you.
Yeah.